During the course of the operation, 61 individuals were charged with 117 separate charges. The charges include trafficking marijuana, trafficking cocaine, trafficking crack cocaine, distribution and also possession with intent to distribute marijuana, cocaine, crack cocaine, and prescription medications. There were also several weapon law violations during this operation. This latest crackdown is merely another phase in the ongoing battle to get illicit drugs off our street and keep them off for the longest period possible here in Lancaster County. You'll see that many of these offenders are also responsible for several violent crimes that have occurred in Lancaster County. And it's also our goal to keep them off the street as long as we can. I'm grateful for the officers' hard work in this operation. Our narcotics unit and State Law Enforcement Division worked hard to make this operation a success. And Lieutenant, I'm grateful for that, you and Narcotics Officer Bowers. I want you to know that everyone in Lancaster County who deals drugs, that we're watching you. We work hard every day to find you, and if you continue to deal drugs, you will be caught. And that's it. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Sheriff Faile, can you talk about how the investigation started and if it came from law enforcement sources or if it came from complaints from the community?
We get complaints from the community and certain parts of the county, and these officers get those complaints and go out and do investigations, and if we have the ability to make purchases, that's what we do. Yes, sir.
You said some of these individuals were also involved in other crimes. Was there anyone notable you had been searching for that was rounded up?
Yeah, I think there's 2 of them out on bond for murder right now. You know, on these packets that we'll give you, you'll see that whether they're out on bond, whether they're on probation or anything like that, you can go on the judicial website and pull what it would be. Anytime you target the large suppliers and get the quantities of drugs that we got during this operation, it was a huge success.
Was it all concentrated, right? All these people were concentrated here in Lancaster County?
Well, it was all in Lancaster County, but Lancaster County is a little over 540-something square miles. So we had some that happened in Kershaw, some in Indian Land, and some right here in the town of Lancaster. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, question if I may. Is there any indication or evidence that this was a conspiracy with other groups outside of Lancaster? Was it larger than Lancaster County? Does it involve York County, Charlotte, other places? Does it involve any of the criminal enterprises, the biker gangs and other things that have been subjected to law enforcement scrutiny in recent years?
Well, it has led us to other places, and that's about all I'll say about that at this time.
Can you talk, if you would, about when these persons will have their bond hearings and when they're are they going to be tried in the 6th Circuit? Are they going to be tried by the federal government? Is the Attorney General's office?
They will be tried in the 6th Circuit. If, as part of these gun charges, I'm not sure if ATF is what part they will adopt. If both the drug charge and the weapon charge, that's something to be determined.
I don't know if you already said this, but this is a lot of people. Compared to other buzzes, what size is this buzz? How does it compare to other?
Well, you know, since 2009, when I took office, we made it a goal of ours to work hard to catch these drug dealers, get them off the street for the longest time possible, and we've done that every year. This is no bigger than any other operation that we've done over the last few years.
I'm speaking arrest-wise. There's a lot of people on that. I mean, over there.
But you know, we conduct one of these undercover operations every year, and if you go back and look, unfortunately, you know, it's not a good thing, but we do one of these about every year with this number of people.
What kind of message do you want to send to folks who are still out there doing drugs, selling drugs?
Well, you know, if you're in Lancaster County, like I said earlier, you know, we're always watching, and we work hard every day to find out who you are, and you will be caught.
Sheriff, I have another question, if I may. The population in Lancaster County has almost doubled in the past 20 years. Is there any indication in law enforcement that the new population is part of the problem, that the large numbers of people coming in have changed the drug dynamic, or is it something that has been festering for years?
Well, you know, I'm not aware of a county in South Carolina that don't have a drug problem. But I will tell you, the more people that move in, the more problems you have. Now, can I contribute that to the new people that's moved in over the last 10, 20 years? All I know is when people move in, if we get complaints and we find out you're dealing drugs, you're a target of ours and you will get caught.
Let me ask it in a more specific way, if I may. Since 2000, there have been at least 2, if not 3, large arrests by your department that targeted people who came from major metropolitan areas, Washington, Philadelphia, that came here and began drug businesses. Is there any indication that any of these people who were arrested in the latest sting were part of a group that came from other places for the sole purpose to sell drugs in Lancaster County?
I can't say that they came here for that sole purpose. Now, are they from other parts of the country? Absolutely. Have we gotten information that these narcotics were coming from other places? Absolutely. But I can't say that they just moved here just to set up shop.
One last question, if I may. Have you talked with the solicitor's office about when you plan to have the first appearance for these people? Will they appear before a magistrate today for bond? What's next in the criminal process?
They will appear before a magistrate today.
Are you doing them as a group, or are you doing one by one?
One by one out of the